What's going on, beautiful people? I've been trying to make this video for a while, but I sell more houses than I do make YouTube videos. But these are my 2023 real estate market predictions for the Killeen, Fort Hood, Fort Cavazos, if you want to call it that now, for that area. Let's get into it. So hopefully this brings you a little bit of value. I make these videos so that you can get more and more educated on the Killeen market. That way you can make an informed decision whether you want to buy or sell. And hopefully maybe one day we can work together in the future. What I want to start is by going over some of the big real estate players in the space. I wanted to go over some of their predictions first, then look at Killeen's numbers and see what I think we will be in store for in this next year. All of it's speculation. Take it with a grain of salt. I sell a lot of houses, but I am not a market speculator. But this is for entertainment value only. Let's have some fun with it. We know it's been a crazy, crazy wild ride. So let's see what some other people are saying first, and then I'll let you know what I'm thinking. So let's start here, and I'm on BAM Media. I definitely want to start with Redfin. Redfin's huge real estate company. This is their market forecast. They think home sales will drop to their lowest level since 2011. So they are calling for a decline in home sales overall, and a pretty big decline. Mortgage rates will decline ending the year below 6%, and home prices will decline for the first time in 10 years. So they think it'll be a brief dip with some negative equity, but the U.S. will avoid a wave of foreclosures, and I can't read today, but forgive me for that. And rents will fall, actually, and many will continue renting indefinitely, and builders will focus more on multi-family rentals. Super, super interesting. So they think mortgage rates are going down, they think home sales are going to go down, and they think we will get negative returns on our equity this year, and rents will go down. So that's super interesting. Let's see what Big Boy Zillow has to say. And we got a little foreclosure data there. Super low, super, super low. Zillow says that the Midwest will take center stage thanks to its affordability and inventory. Buying a home with friends or non-spouse relatives will gain momentum. So they're thinking more people living in one house, or like going in and pulling their cash in order to buy a house because of the whole affordability thing. But they think the affordability crisis will stabilize, and 2023 will see a surge in first-time landlords. I agree with that. I agree with that a lot. And new construction will focus more on rentals. So that's kind of same thing that Redfin was saying. Now, Realtor.com, and I'm only going to use these three sources, then I'll get into our numbers. They think the average mortgage rate at 7.4%. Wow. And there'll be a slight dip to 7.1 by the end of the year. They think rents will be up 6.3% year over year. I agree with that. And will outpace housing prices. I agree with that. Home sale prices won't come down on a large scale, but price growth will slow to a single-digit yearly rate. They think about 5% gain for the first time since 2020. Existing home sales will increase 28% year over year as the surge of inventory that began in the summer of 2022 accelerates. Interesting take. And home sales will drop by 14% year over year, lowest since 2012. All right, so they're seeing home prices, they're seeing home sales drop overall, but existing homes for sale, the actual inventory, they think that's going to increase by 22.8%. And I think if inventory increases by that much, then we'll definitely see sales prices fall. They just have to. It's supply and demand. But they think that we will still see a 5% gain in our equity / home prices this year. So let's pop into Killeen. If you are a follower of the channel, then you kind of got to watch the wild ride that Killeen went through. We surged in 2022 like everybody else, then we dipped. So I think we ended the year with about a 12% gain, which is still amazing for real estate. And now our rents are dropping, our median list price is dropping, average days on market, they're going up. But what I'm noticing on this chart, and I don't know if you're kind of seeing the same thing I'm seeing, but it looks like things are stabilizing. And actually the only big sharp incline I'm seeing here is the median price of new listings. And that could be seasonal or anything, not quite sure there. But it looks like that median price of new listings is going up some. Let's look at the big chart for our median list price. As you can see, like it's been relatively flat for a while. So I'll say this, seller psychology is starting to come around. People are seeing their neighbor's home sit for longer, which means now they are more informed about what the market is doing. So they are pricing their homes better. And we saw a good 12% equity gain. I think my prediction for median list price for Killeen for 2023, I think we will actually see a slight dip. I think prices will go down close to about 3%. So that means a negative equity gain of 3%. If you bought your house at the height of everything last year, then you could see a negative equity gain of close to 15%. So keep your eyes open and ears open there, but that's what I'm thinking. I think real estate will give a negative return this year, but it won't be a super impactful one. Only about 3%. I do think we will rebound in the first quarter of 2024. And I think 2024 will see some positive gains, but a lot of people are calling like for some really crazy recession and prices to just fall like crazy. I don't know. I'm not huge into the macroeconomic climate. I only kind of dip and dabble. Killeen is an insulated market because of our military gentlemen and women, and they keep us insulated. They keep us safe. They keep the traffic incoming and outgoing pretty steadily. So the other thing I wanted to touch on was rents, and I don't have like a big chart on rents, but our average rent right now is $15.95, which is up like crazy from where it used to be. And it used to be a lot closer over the past maybe 2 or 3 years. Then the rents were a lot closer to $1,000. So that's up like crazy. And while we are seeing a flattening of that, so like you can kind of see that stayed pretty consistent. We saw the rents flatten and maybe dip just a little bit. I'm of the opinion that we might actually see rents drop by a little bit more. Maybe rents drop by about 5% because there are people who will want to sell or get rid of their house, but since they're taking that hit on their equity, then they won't be able to sell it for as much as they want it to. So they'll put it on the rental market. More houses on the rental market ends up meaning more competition. More competition means prices will drop. So let's get into mortgage rates. I have no idea what the macroeconomic climate will be in 2023. I have rose-colored glasses on and a little optimism about everything. So I'm hoping that mortgage rates will fall and stay in the 5s. So like the mid 5s. And for me, that looks like what real estate looked like in like 2016, 2017. A lot of what's been happening lately has kind of mirrored those days for me. So it's been interesting to watch. But that is my prediction. I think mortgage rates will stabilize in the mid 5s, and that will keep the housing market here relatively healthy, but there will be a lot of competition. So I think price drops are inevitable. And one big thing to kind of look at here is a drop in our inventory. So we've got significantly less houses on the market than we had in early December. So that's going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on and watch how that plays out. Inventory has been on the rise since spring or summer of last year. So to actually watch that curve go down, I think that is due to people not being able to get what they want for their houses and deciding to rent them out. So that's going to be a good thing to watch. But if that inventory continues to drop, then and mortgage rates stay at a fair place, then we could actually see some positive equity gain. So all of this is going to be super interesting to watch. I'm going to cut this one short, not make it too long, but I just wanted to give you my predictions for the Killeen housing market. I think we will see a drop in overall equity. So I think we'll see about a 3% drop in home sale prices. I think we'll see about a 5% drop in rentals. It's looking like we might see a significant drop in inventory. I'm going to keep my eyes open for that. And mortgage rates, I think they're going to be in the 5s to mid 5s, and that's going to keep our housing market relatively healthy. I don't think Killeen will be as affected as the rest of the country. Hopefully this brought you a little bit of value. Would love to hear from you. What are your predictions? What are your thoughts? If you're a homeowner in the area, are you worried? Are you confident? I'd love to talk to you. Drop me a little love in the comments. Let me know. Hopefully this gave you a little bit more information, and I will see you on the flip side. Thanks for spending a few minutes here with me today. Peace.